But actually, we're trying to prepare young people for a future. We're trying to teach them to be resilient. We're trying to teach them to be empathetic. We're trying to teach them to be communicators. And you learn all of these things from languages more than anything else. I think some students get put off languages because they show what you can't do. I think, if dare I say it, if you're good at maths, you're going to get full marks on every maths test. Whereas languages, you're always going to get something wrong. You can feel quite exposed if you're a young person. So I think it makes learning languages even more important, that you learn to kind of accept that, and you learn to grow from it. And I think, as I said earlier, I think, in a world that is ever more AI dominated, the subjects that teach us to be human first and foremost are going to be more important than ever. And languages are absolutely at the heart of that.
I think you're absolutely right, because, you can feel very exposed as an old person. And, I always say to my students, it actually doesn't matter how fluent you are in a language, you will still make mistakes. Because think about how you speak English, you make mistakes in English. And so I do think that, embedding languages in the curriculum is a good way to teach our young people that it's okay to make mistakes, it's natural to make mistakes, and you're going to keep doing it. And so, get used to it.
Yeah, I'd go even further down and say, actually, that's why the excellence program is so important. You're not doing an exam to be measured on mistakes. You get to use a language for very real purposes, whether it's exploring cultural texts, whether it's on a cultural visit, where it's communicating with people. And actually, as soon as you start communicating with someone in a language, you realize it doesn't matter if you make a grammatical mistake. Your GCSE French examiner might not like that, but actually the real use of language out on the ground, if you like, in a country, communicating, building trust with people through speaking a language, it doesn't matter. And it's hard for young people to learn that, but it's so important that they do. So key. And we have to model that as adults, of course. We've got our two schools we do an exchange with from Japan are actually here with us this week. So I managed to, I will say, fumble my way through some Japanese in the kind of welcome ceremony this morning. It was only a sentence or two as well. But, it's important that I'm willing to try and speak a language or speak a language.
That's it.